Jay-Z and Kanye have undoubtedly been two of the most influential figures within hip-hop in the 21st century, their influence stretching beyond just their music. Jay, already an established star, served as a mentor to Kanye, and as their relationship grew beyond the studio, he became a brotherly figure. However, as Kanye's talent grew, he became less reliant on Jay, and in recent years his outlandish and controversial views have put a strain on the pair's once close friendship. Growing up, the pair experienced very different upbringings. Jay was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, primarily by his mother Gloria. Living in public housing projects, Jay was forced to hustle from a young age, and prior to breaking into the music business, he dealt drugs, something he has frequently touched upon in his music. Kanye was born in Atlanta, Georgia in 1977, 8 years Jay's junior, but moved to Chicago after his parents' divorce. Like Jay, Kanye was primarily raised by his mother, but experienced a largely middle-class upbringing. Jay initially broke into the music business as Big Daddy Kane's hype man, but finding opportunities limited, he decided to start his own label, Roc-A-Fella, alongside Damon Dash and Kareem Burke. Jay announced himself emphatically to the music world in 1996 with his debut album, Reasonable Doubt, and in the wake of the deaths of Biggie and Tupac, established himself as one of hip-hop's biggest stars. Kanye's rise into the music industry was slower. He dropped out of university to pursue a career in music, initially producing for artists in the Chicago area before moving on to working with the likes of Foxy Brown. In 2000, Kanye began working as an in-house producer for Roc-A-Fella Records, making an immediate impression with his production skills on Beanie Sigel's The Truth. Kanye revealed in Last Call that his first meeting with Jay took place after he had provided the beat for what went on Jay's track, This Can't Be Life. And that day, I came and I tracked the beat and I got to meet Jay-Z, and he said, "Oh, you real soulful, dude." Having impressed Jay, Kanye would play an integral role on Jay's 2001 album, The Blueprint, producing 4 tracks, including the smash hit Izzo, HOVA, and the Nas diss track, Takeover. Despite his impact as a producer, Kanye harbored bigger ambitions. He wanted to be a rapper. However, he struggled to get anyone at Roc-A-Fella to take him seriously as a rapper, with the general consensus being he lacked a hardened street image, something Jay talked about in a 2005 interview with Time. It was obvious we were not from the same place or cut from the same cloth. We all grew up street guys who had to do whatever we had to do to get by. Then there's Kanye, who to my knowledge has never hustled a day in his life. I didn't see how it could work. Worried about losing Kanye to another label, and with the impending retirement of Jay, Damon Dash decided to sign Kanye, a decision he wouldn't regret. Kanye's debut album, The College Dropout, was an overwhelming success, demonstrating the rapper's talent as a lyricist and showing that hip-hop artists didn't have to portray a gangster image to be successful. The College Dropout featured Jay and Kanye's first collaboration, Never Let Me Down, with the critical consensus being that Kanye had outshone Jay. Kanye's reputation continued to grow with the release of his second album, Late Registration, but it was on his third record, Graduation, where he provided an insight into his relationship with Jay on the closing track, Big Brother. Big Brother sees Kanye reflect on their friendship, detailing how he went from idolizing Jay to working alongside him. Kanye shows a searing honesty detailing minor frustrations, such as not being able to perform at Jay's Madison Square farewell gig. Big Brother got his show up at Madison Square, and I'm like, yeah, we gonna be there. But not only did I not get a chance to spit it, Carlene told me I could buy 2 tickets. And Jay, doing the song with Coldplay after Kanye's collaboration with Chris Martin on Homecoming. I told Jay I did a song with Coldplay. Next thing I know, he got a song with Coldplay. Back in my mind, I'm like, damn, no way. However, Kanye reflects on these frustrations with maturity, understanding his own flaws, and recognizing how the pair's friendly rivalry spurred him on. Sibling rivalry, only I could see. It was the pride in me that was driving me. Jay was a huge fan of the track, praising Kanye for his honesty. I think it was brilliant. For one, Roc-A-Fella is tough love. His feelings are very understandable because it's tough love. Nothing is giving. There's no free rides. None of that. You gotta earn your way. You feel? You better get back up so you can feel that. Those type of emotions, for him to come out and say it actually brought us closer. His true emotions. Everything on the song was true. It was true in his mind. That's what made it great, because it was honestly how Kanye felt. We know everybody sees things differently. If I told you something like, Carlene said I could buy 2 tickets, you would think he didn't get any tickets. He got 4 tickets. He wanted 6. It's true, but it's really true. He wanted 2 more tickets. But if you heard that, you'd be like, damn, them niggas ain't give the nigga no tickets. And with Coldplay, I introduced him. I gave him the number. I made the song happen. I did that. Like Coldplay, here's Kanye. It's great though, because it's his truth. That's what's brilliant about him. It wasn't no bullshit. It was the way he felt. Kanye would go on to play an instrumental role on Jay's 2009 album, The Blueprint 3, serving as the album's executive producer alongside Jay, a demonstration of the pair's close working relationship. It was also in 2009 that Kanye famously stormed the stage at the MTV Video Music Awards, interrupting Taylor Swift's acceptance speech for Best Female Video and declaring that Beyoncé should have won the award instead. Kanye's decision, for which he subsequently apologized, could be perceived as stemming from his immense loyalty to Jay. The pair's friendship and working relationship peaked in 2011 with the release of their collaborative album, Watch the Throne, and its subsequent world tour. Initially intended as a 5-track EP, the project evolved into a full-length album, which unsurprisingly proved to be a commercial smash, demonstrating two of hip-hop's titans near the top of their game. However, since Watch the Throne, the pair's relationship started to go downhill. In 2014, Jay and Beyoncé were surprising no shows at Kanye and Kim Kardashian's wedding, especially considering the couples had regularly socialized together on the Watch the Throne tour. At the time, in an interview with GQ, Kanye gave the impression that he wasn't bothered. It doesn't even matter to me whatsoever who would show up, because the most important person to show up there, to me, was Kim, and that's all that matters to me. However, Kanye had changed his tune in a 2018 interview with Charlemagne the God, revealing that he was hurt by their no-show.
I was hurt about them not coming to the wedding. I understand they was going through some things, but if it's family, you're not gonna miss a wedding.
Jay and Kanye were often pictured together at events following Kanye's wedding, such as at the 2016 MTV VMAs, suggesting their friendship was back on track. However, in 2016, during a performance in Seattle, Kanye launched an attack on Jay, angry that he hadn't offered support after Kim was the victim of an armed robbery in Paris. Don't call me after the robbery and say how you feeling. You want to know how I'm feeling? Come by the house. Bring the kids by the house. Like, we're brothers. Kanye's comments suggested that he felt Jay had neglected their friendship. Kanye also took aim at Jay as part of a 15-minute rant during a performance in Sacramento that same year. Jay-Z, call me, bruh. You still ain't calling me. Jay-Z, call me. Hey, bruh, I know you got killers. Please don't send them at my head. Just call me. Talk to me like a man. Again, Kanye accused Jay of not reaching out. Just 2 days after the performance, Kanye was hospitalized with exhaustion and sleep deprivation. Jay appeared to reference Kanye's rant in his 2017 track, Kill Jay-Z. But you got hurt because you did Cool by Ye. You gave him 20 million without blinking. He gave you 20 minutes on stage. What was he thinking? The 20 minutes appears to be a reference to Kanye's rant, while the 20 million refers to a deal over Jay-Z's music streaming service Tidal, which Kanye parted company with that same year. TMZ alleged that Kanye felt he was owed $3 million by Tidal following the success of Life of Pablo, which was exclusively streamed on the platform. Kanye's decision to leave Tidal, whether financially motivated or not, was just another example of him and Jay's relationship starting to deteriorate. In an interview with Rap Radar in August 2017, Jay spoke about his disappointment in Kanye bringing his family into their dispute while leaving the door open for a reconciliation. What really hurt me was, you can't bring my wife and my kids into it. Like, Kanye is my little brother. He talked about me 100 times. He even made a song called Big Brother. We've gotten past bigger issues. But you brought my family into it, now it's a problem. He knows it's a problem because me and him would have been talked about it. We would have been resolved our issue. But he knows he crossed the line. I know him, he knows. Not only does he have to know, I know he knows because we never let this much space go between one of our disagreements, and we've had many. That's part of who we are. That's what I like about him. He's an honest person. He's open and he'll say things, and he's wrong a lot of times, but we'll confront it. At the end of 2017, Jay gave an interview with the New York Times in which he spoke positively about his relationship with Kanye, feeling they could work through their issues, likening him to a brother.
I love Kanye. I do. It's a complicated relationship with us. Kanye came into this business on my label, so I've always been like his big brother. And we're both entertainers. So always been like a little underlying competition there with your big brother there. And we both love and respect each other's art too. So it's like everyone wants to be the greatest in the world. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then there's like a lot of other factors that play in it. But we're gonna always be good.
The pair's relationship appeared to heal in the following years, despite Kanye's increasingly controversial persona. They were pictured embracing at Diddy's 50th birthday party in 2019, suggesting they had recaptured some of their brotherly love. In July 2021, West ended the first listening event for Donda in Atlanta by playing a song that included a verse from Jay, which was subsequently unveiled as Jail, marking the first time the pair had appeared on the same track together since Drake's Pop Style in 2016. Jay's verse also hinted at a possible sequel to Watch the Throne. This might be the return of the throne, Hova and Yeezus like Moses and Jesus. Jay's feature suggested that all was well between the pair, but leaked documentary footage of the making of Donda surfaced in 2023, with Kanye threatening to remove Jay's verse. Everybody that's not here, I'm taking their verses off. I'm taking Jay-Z verse. If there's anybody not here on the porch with me, they're not on this version. Kanye's threat demonstrated that he wanted full and public support from Jay. He couldn't simply provide his verse and slink off into the background. Following the pair's Donda collaboration, their relationship has seemingly quieted down, with Jay in particular rarely speaking about or mentioning Kanye in the media. While some of the animosity of their relationship has disappeared, Kanye's propensity to say wild things and Jay's detachment from the music business suggest that a Watch the Throne sequel is unlikely. The pair's shared history gives them a connection that has allowed them to settle past disputes, but the pair lead very different lives publicly, and their friendship is unlikely to recapture the warmth it had earlier in Kanye's career.